What is up, YouTube? Dottz Gaming here, and welcome to the 12th video in my League of Legends beginner guide. Now, this video is going to be my personal recommendations on how to learn League of Legends, the way that I taught and I'm still teaching my girlfriend to play. And honestly, I've talked to other people about this and I've had some disagreements with them on how to learn, but it's how I learned, it's how I'm teaching my girlfriend to learn. It's going really well. So here, this is my opinion on the way I think you guys should learn. So what I think you guys should do is start off with playing co-op. Oh, why did I click this? Playing co-op versus AI. I think that is the best way to start playing. It's the best way to learn how to farm, because again, you're playing against bots. You know, farm experience, towers work, the way your champion interacts with other champions. It's a no pressure environment. You're playing against computer players, and it's a great way to start. Now, I really recommend that you only play a couple games of intro bots. Intro bots are painfully easy. Okay, I think when I started teaching my girlfriend to play, I think we only maybe played one or two. Intro bots is just maybe for your first two games, play them. After that, move on to beginner. I'd say keep playing beginner bots until you're not really having any troubles, you're not dying a lot, and you're getting a lot of kills. That's when you move up to intermediate bots. Now, in my dead honest opinion, I don't think you should be playing normal, because you'll only have access to normal blind pick. I don't think you should be playing normal blind pick until you're at least level 18. Now, why do I say level 18? Well, at level 18 is when you get, I don't know why I opened the shop. Level 18 is when you get your Keystone Mastery. Okay? Your Keystone Mastery is an absolutely gigantic buff to your character stats and overall capabilities. And it's going to be really frustrating if you're playing with or against people who have their Keystone and you don't. And you're going to feel like you have a hand tied behind your back. And I think it's gonna turn you off from wanting to play normal games. I think you should just wait until you have the Keystone. It'll also give you time to really refine your gameplay in bots before you step into a normal game. Now, what champions do I think you should play in a normal game? My personal favorite, number one, noob-friendly champion that I learned on and I taught my girlfriend to learn on is my dude Garen. Garen's abilities are so straightforward. Okay, you use your Q to deal extra damage on the first attack, and it prevents your enemy from using any abilities. Your W makes it so that you get more armor and magic resist. Your E makes it so that you spin around in a circle and deal damage to people. You use your R as an execute when someone's low, and your passive makes it so that you regen health when you're not in combat. His kit is so straightforward, it's so simple, and he also is absolutely beefy, and you can build maybe one or two damage items and deal some pretty good damage, but he's a tank. I truly believe that when you're a newer player, that playing a bruiser or a tank is really the way to go. Now, a bruiser is your fighters, guys. What I've gone over that in the previous video. You want to really play but the bruiser's kind of like more a it's like a fighter, but that has more defense to them. So they'll generally have more armor, more health, more magic resistance. So I think Garen, though, being that he's only 450 IP, I think he's a great starter champion. Now, if you want to get some easy champions right off the bat, you can I don't know if they still have the Facebook one. You can follow and like Riot on like YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and I think you get like Alistar and a skin for him. You get, which he's a support. You get Tristana and a skin for her, which she is a marksman. I still don't know if that deal's available. I think it is, but I'm not entirely sure, so don't quote me on that one. And then Garen's, I think, Twitter. If you follow Riot on Twitter, you'll gain access to the Dread Knight Garen, so you'll get Garen for free, and you'll get a skin for him. So that's just some way to get some easy champs and some skins for them. But I think if you... What is Garen's primary role? Yeah, he's a fighter. So if you sort... So if you go into the champion pane, right? And you sort by fighter, a lot of these champions are going to be the ones that are pretty easy to start with, in my opinion. Warwick down at the bottom there. Xin Zhao's pretty straightforward. Tryndamere's pretty straightforward. Garen is just my number one, though. I think Garen is easy. Darius is relatively easy. That's my girlfriend's favorite champion. Tanks are also a great way to start. Just be an absolute beefcake and just stand in the middle of people. But I think that the tankier champions are good because of the fact that when you're a newer player, you're not really good at knowing when to go into a fight and when to leave a fight. So if someone's dealing a lot of damage to you, like, you're not going to really feel it because you're either a bruiser or a tank, so you're pretty beefy, and you can take a lot of damage. Now, the runes, in terms of rune pages, I believe there's 2 rune pages you should have. You should have ability power. This is going to be your AP page. You're going to want ability power quints, magic penetration marks, armor seals, and magic resist blues. If you are an AD champ, for your general AD page, ignore my glyphs. You're going to want attack speed quints, AD marks, armor seals, and magic resist glyphs. So, and attack speed quints. I think I said that already. So those are, because, you know, when you have a new account, you only have 2 rune pages. Those are your 2 general rune pages. Now, for your masteries, right, you can have obviously up to 20 mastery pages. Just go on to champion.gg, see what mastery page is best for the champion that you want to play, and, what's it called? And just, you know, use that mastery page. If you have trouble with the item shop at first, what I recommend doing is making yourself an item set, and just putting, you know, just go new, you know, for, let's just say, Garen, right? Just go items. So, like, put your starting items here, like starting items. Champion.gg has the best starting items. And then just go items. And just drag and drop the 6 items that Champion.gg says are the most frequent onto this bar. And just use those until you understand and can figure out how to properly buy items and how the shop works and all of that jazz. If you have not watched my video that pertains with stats, the item shop, and all that jazz, go check it out. It'll make that a lot simpler. But I like item sets anyway because I like to, you know, have like a pool of items to choose from of my own creation. So once you have a good grasp, though, of how to play some tanks, you can venture into other champions, you know, whatever champions you want to play, assassin, mage, whatever. So like I said, my recommendation is play bots up until level 18. Once you get to level 18, you can play normal blind pick up until level 30. Once you have 2 complete rune pages and a whole bunch of champions, spam normal draft pick, normal 5v5 draft pick. Okay, normal 5v5 draft pick up until a time where you are really good at 1 to 2 champions. I'd say preferably 2 in your primary role. Okay, until you're good at 2 champions in your primary role, and I'm talking like you understand the shit out of them. You win at like at least 3/4 of your games by a huge margin, and then be acceptable at 1 champion in your secondary role. Then I think you're ready for ranked, and then you can start queuing ranked and you can start grinding out the rank ladder. Because don't be that guy who knows how to play only a singular champion in 1 role. And if you don't get that champion or that role, you basically give your team an auto loss. If you want to be a one-trick pony and only want to play 1 champion, you need to know how to play that champion in at least 2 roles. So, pretty simple, right? Pretty straightforward. Like I said in previous videos, buy champions up to level 18 to 30, buy tier 3 runes. First things first, buy tier 2 runes, though, so you can have your 2 rune pages fleshed out with a little bit of stats. And yeah, that's basically how I would take all this information and utilize it, guys. I highly also recommend using quick casting. I personally think quick casting is significantly better than normal casting and would recommend using it. So, yeah, the next video is going to cover helpful websites that you could use to gather information and stuff. I'm sure by now you know champion.gg is one because I've mentioned it in like a kabillion videos. But yeah, this is going to be the last major content video of the series. You know, the next one, like I said, is just going to cover some websites. And there's a bonus video at the end of the series that'll go more into some of the buffs around the map. But thanks for watching the series, guys. I hope this video kind of clued you in onto, in my opinion, the best and easiest way to learn. I really do think that if you follow the steps, especially the ones outlined in this video, I know I went fast because, you know all the information by now. But this video, I just wanted to kind of take it all and squish it down into play this champion, play this game mode at this point, play this game mode at this, I think that that'll be the best way for you to learn. Now, one last tip. Don't go anywhere. One last tip. Focus on killing minions. Last hitting those minions. I want you guys to, more so than killing enemy champions, focus on last hitting those minions. If you can get that skill down, you will be better than a significant portion of the player base. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm Dottz Gaming, guys. Thank you for watching and have a great day.